This year has been moving mad, really moving mad. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Bibi, and I'm a fashion entrepreneur. I've been doing this for 8 years now, and this channel really is an outlet to share my journey and everything in between. So today's video, I really want to get real with you guys, and I'm talking about how I'm staying sane and productive in this pandemic. Even though the lockdown has lifted, economic activities are still sort of on ice. I mean, people are shopping, people are doing stuff, but it's never like before. And for someone like me that came into 2020 full steam ahead, like I had big plans, I had major plans, and I find myself like just even trying to survive now. We're not even trying to thrive, we're trying to survive. And it's a crazy thing, and it's a really really trying period. Plus there's so much going on. Oh my god, guys, like there's so much going on. Like aside from the pandemic, there's the fact that naira is going down in value. I mean, naira to dollar now, the rates are so high, and as a result, everything is more expensive. So you go to the grocery store, most prices are now like, some prices are like double and like significantly higher than they were before. So I feel like because of the pandemic, people aren't really talking about those things because there's actually so much going on. And the fact that a lot of people are dying, like almost every day I get news of someone, or someone that I know, or someone that knows someone that has passed. And it's just a very very crazy period. Then as if all of that is not enough, there's the whole like rape pandemic. Will I say a rape pandemic? Well, it's been happening for such a long time, but I feel like people are now coming out and they're now speaking out, and then we're seeing the victims being silenced. I mean, it's crazy. And last week I just noticed that I was just sad. Like I was just sad, and I've not been like in the mood to do anything. Even to do this video, I had to convince myself to do this video, because just putting makeup on and showing up was just, it was very hard for me. And I feel like I'm not the only one that's going through this. Is there anyone that's feeling perpetually sad with everything that's going on right now? I mean, and on one end you're like, okay, stop social media, stop listening, but at the same time these things are happening, and you never know, it might happen to someone that's close to you. So your mind really is like your sanctuary. And how do you protect your mind, and how do you stay productive? Okay, the sun has shifted, look at that glow. Okay, I'm being silly. The very first thing that I'm doing to keep myself sane is taking it one step at a time. So I remember that Jordan Sparks song, one step at a time, there's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly or falling in love. Hey, it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen, and we find the reason why, one step at a time. I can't believe I just sang on YouTube with my horrible voice. Anyways, I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself with all the things that I want to get done, and just, putting one foot in front of the other, and then just allowing each day to sort of like pass, and just taking things one step at a time, not getting overwhelmed with all the things that I cannot do at the moment, but instead just taking the time to do what I can in the moment. The other thing that I'm keeping in mind to help me stay sane is that I'm I'm reminding myself that this situation is temporary. So it's very easy to get carried away and start making decisions based on what is currently going on, which we have to do. But you have to remember that this pandemic is not going to last forever. It's not going to last forever in the sense that, first of all, a solution will come up. Either it's a vaccine, or we just find a way to live with this virus. But either ways, this situation is temporary. So don't make decisions that will help you or serve you short term, and in the long term you regret it. Let me give an instance. So now as a business owner, you're thinking, oh my god, sales are down. For some people, sales are down, and you're saying, what can I do? And then you start doing things that you know that that's not sustainable after this pandemic. So you have to toe the line, and you sort of have to gauge what will work for you now and even after the pandemic. Yes, nobody has the answers, but you have to gauge that line and don't make decisions that you're going to regret later on, because this situation is temporary. Another thing that I'm keeping in mind is preparing for a recession. So it's very, very, very likely that there's going to be a recession. I'm not an economic analyst, but I mean, I've been reading, and just the way things are going with the naira devaluation. A lot of businesses are closing up, not even just in Nigeria, everywhere across the world. Big businesses that are backed by money people are closing up. So I'm just preparing my mind, I'm preparing my business to be able to ride through the wave of recession. Try to see how other businesses have survived other recessions in the past. I'm just doing my bit to just see how we can survive, and that means different things to different people. It might mean layoffs, it might mean downsizing, it might mean pivoting your business into another category. There are just different avenues to explore in this aspect, and it's very unique to each business. So you have to do your findings and see what similar businesses have done in the past during recessions. Another important point is no one has the answer. So I've been calling, asking questions, and people that normally would give me great advice are just like, you know what, we're trying to do what we can do. Like, everyone is literally trying to do what they can do with this current situation. So no one has all the answers, and I'm sure that by now you've probably watched like 1,000,001 webinars and done online courses and classes and whatever. You have to know that there's no direct answer, there's no one way, there's no one video or one book that's going to show you the way to go, because everyone is navigating this situation together. You are not alone. So you have to remember that you are not alone. Everyone is doing what they can do with what they have. As another thing that I'm doing that's worked for me in terms of productivity is really making sure that I have a to-do list every single day. So I know that sounds like a generic advice to give, but that's what was working for me. Like, so what I do is I have general like goals that I want to fulfill. You remember I said we're taking it one step at a time. So I just try to create tasks and just daily tasks based on those goals. So I just make sure that at least 1 or 2 days are dedicated to like my long-term, or like my, not long-term really, more like my mid-term goals or short to mid-term goals. So I don't know what your goals may be. For instance, there's like this YouTube channel has been like a goal for such a long time. It means that every week I have to dedicate at least 1 or 2 days to filming and editing videos. So that becomes a part of my daily task, and that forms my to-do list. So I find a way to make space in the week for this YouTube channel, because that's one thing that I want to pursue in this time. So regardless of what it may be, it could be that you want to start a cooking channel, you want to start like, you want to start something that's exciting to you. Make it a to-do. Just insert it into your daily 1 or 2 days. Dedicate 1 or 2 days to doing those tasks, and I find that this gives me like a sense of purpose beyond my regular work, because I found that my regular work sometimes doesn't make me happy, especially when in this period that I'm not seeing the type of results that we normally would see on a regular day. So having a to-do list that's beyond my regular work helps me to sort of keep my head above water and just not get sad or depressed by the things that are happening around me. Also, with a to-do list, it just gives you, there's a certain happiness that you get when you take off things from your to-do list. So I find that it helps me with, like, it just helps my psyche when I'm able to say, okay, today I did this. So even though things are not really working the way that I want them to work, I know that, okay, today, Tuesday, I was able to take this off my to-do list. And the thing about the to-do list is that it doesn't have to be like a lot of stuff. I keep it to about 3 to 5. Some days it might be more, but anytime I have more, I know that the additional things are just like mini tasks that I know definitely I can do. So you need to keep it as simple as possible, and just put things that you know that are achievable. First of all, don't overwhelm yourself, so that when you're able to achieve it, you can take it off and you can be like, yes, at least I know that my day was not wasted. And like I said before, it doesn't have to be around your regular 9 to 5 work or your normal like business. It can be anything. It could be try a new recipe. It could just something that makes you feel happy and feel fulfilled. So we're talking about how I'm keeping sane, and when we're talking about sanity, we're just talking about well-being. I'm talking about my mind, my mental state. And one thing that's important for my mental state is just being relaxed and just being in a state of calm, like even with everything that's going on. And I'll say a very, very important thing for me is faith. So I know that not everyone that's watching this video will be a Christian. You might be a Muslim, you might be another religion. All sorts of people will watch my video, and my video is not for one set of people. But for me, I'll tell you what works for me, and I'll say that praying helps me, because knowing that God is up there and God sees every single thing that is going on and God has a plan. So I'm not like worried, that I know that he has got me. Basically, Jeremiah, in the book of Jeremiah, says, for the plan that I have for you are plans of good and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And there's so many other scriptures like that. So you can pick a scripture every day, and YouVersion, the app, it has like daily scriptures that just pop up that you can actually pick on. And I also like, there's a prayer list that I used recently on YouVersion. So it's just like a list of things to pray about, and I use that as a guide to prayer. And I found that after I prayed with that guide, it just helped me just remove my mind from everything that's going on. There's so many times we get lost in like the short term, that we fail to see the big picture. There's a bigger picture, and I know that God is going to get me through this period, and I know that what is coming beyond this is even going to be greater. So faith helps me keep my mind on the big picture. It helps me take the attention off myself. Another thing you want to do again, or that helps me keep sane, really, is helping other people. So helping other people could be donating to a charity. It could be just lending your voice to other people, coaching people, coaching people through stuff, just beyond yourself, living beyond yourself. I find that when you're so focused on me, you're going to get lost in you. So it's very, very important to take the attention of yourself, see how you can help people, reach out to your friends, tell them that you love them, ask them, how can I help you in this period? Not everything has to be monetary. It could just be a word that you can send to someone. It could just be like an encouraging note. Write love letters to your friends. It's not only men that deserve to, or men that should be writing love letters to women. I believe women can write love letters to each other. Tell your friends what they mean to you. Encourage someone. It doesn't even have to be like a close friend. It could just be someone that you admire, and you can reach out to them. So just taking the attention off of you also is a good way to just keep yourself in a very good state of mind. So another thing that helps me also to keep sane is just taking care of my body. Taking care of your body physically has effects on your mind. I don't know that I've read any research per se concerning this, but I'm pretty sure that there's research to back up what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So, taking care of your body, because I know that every time I'm taking care of my body, I'm generally happier. I'm generally like in a better state of mind. So, how do I take care of my body? I'm on a challenge this month to do at least 20 minutes of workout every day. So I break it into 10-10. So for me, I used to work out consistently before, but I've dropped the ball basically on working out, and I find that this is a good way for me to pick things up. And for me, it's not even high intensity workouts, just get my heart rate pumping and just make sure that I'm doing a physical activity so that my body is like in the best place. And I'm also taking care of my immune system. I have my ginger tea and my lemon tea that I drink almost every day, and I find that helps me with even digestion, just helps me with my body. And ginger and lemon are like good sources of antioxidants, so I know that that's really good for the body. It helps you fight things like cancer. Yeah, so yeah, just being conscious of my body and taking care of it. The last thing I would say is stretching. So stretching is something that I do not every time, but I find that every time I stretch, oh my god, it puts me in like the best position to just relax and have a good night's sleep. I like to stretch just before I go to bed. So I found this really good yoga beginner stretch that I really like, because after I use it, it just like knocks me out. Like it's the perfect timing. It's everything about that video works for me. I've used other ones in the past that were either too short or too long, or just I don't know, but this one was perfect. I'll leave a link for that particular video in the description box. So this is how I stay sane and productive in this pandemic period. Like I said before, this is a temporary thing. This is not something that will last forever. So let's start preparing. And I have a good feeling about July. I hope that this video ages well because this year has been moving mad, really moving mad. So I hope that this video ages well. But I do have a good feeling about July, and regardless of what even happens, I just want my mind to be right. Like I want my mind to be in the right place, and I'm taking steps towards that. I'm not allowing situations of things determine how I feel and how I act, and being proactive about how I want my month to look. So yeah, so these are some of the tips that helped me. I hope it helps you too. Thank you guys. If you're here, like you got to the end of this video, then you're a real MVP. You're a real MVP. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.